There's an extra turn again, very nice. Okay, here we go, on to the boss. And now you will see where his A1 comes in handy. And of course he's going to start with his A3. Hi guys, I'm Mike, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video we will be taking a look at a champion that I've been wanting to pull on my free-to-play account since the beginning. Because it's a true legendary champion, but you have a way higher chance of getting this legendary than any other, because it's actually a rare. And not even a void rare, he's just a plain old rare, making him a really useful addition to any account, and the chance that you will pull him is not that bad. I think you have a pretty good idea who I'm talking about, and of course we are going to the High Elves where we can find him. It is of course Apothecary. Apothecary is a fantastic support champion that can help you greatly during the early game, the mid game, and even in the end game. He is a very powerful champion. Let's take a look at what he does. His A1 is an attack that attacks 3 times at random. And you might say, okay, that's nothing special. But in a place like Fire Knight, this actually makes him a really useful champion, because he can help you a lot to take down the shield of the Fire Knight. But other than that, it's just a really basic A1. His A2 heals a target ally by 35% HP, and this heal can be critical. This is a very potent heal. The 35% is already pretty high, and you can increase it with books. But the fact that this heal can also be critical makes it a really useful ability, which can heal for a lot of HP. So this is very nice. And then we will go to the most important part of his kit, which is his A3. His A3 places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, and it fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. And this speed boost ability combined with his heal makes this guy an incredible support champion. You will find no other champion like him in the rare section. He's just very unique. And it wasn't until I was a lot further along in the game that I was actually starting to switch him out for other champions, because this buff is just so critical for so many teams that I just had no choice but to include Apothecary in almost any team that I was using. But besides his A1, A2 and A3, he also has an aura. And this aura is pretty nice as well, because as you can see, he provides an ally defense increase by 21% in dungeons, which is a pretty good aura. Then looking at his stats, his HP is pretty high. He is not that high on attack, but that's not his goal, so that's all fine. Defense is pretty reasonable, and his speed is also reasonably high, which is very useful for a champion that provides us with healing and with a speed boost, because the more often he gets a go, the more value he provides to your team. So this is very good. Okay, so let's now take a look at how I have built my Apothecary. Because Apothecary has no debuffs to be placed, accuracy is absolutely not an issue when building an Apothecary. So what we want to do is we want to build him tanky and very fast indeed. So what I've done is I have built him with 48k HP, 2.5k defense, 233 speed. I also gave him a little bit of crit rate, so his heals can be critical a lot more, providing you with more healing. And it's also not a bad idea to pump up his resistance, which I have not done in this case, because the only good resistance banner that I have at the moment is being used by Fergus, because he needs it for the Doom Tower bosses that he solos. But when I get the chance, I will absolutely give my Apothecary a very good resistance banner, so I will be able to pump this up more. As you can see, I have equipped my Apothecary with both a speed set and a Relentless set, and Relentless is a fantastic set to put on your Apothecary, because it gives you an 18% chance of getting an extra turn. And if Apothecary gets an extra turn, then he cycles through his heal and his speed boost even faster, making him even more valuable than he already is without it. But if you do not have a Relentless set, that's no problem at all. You can also just use speed sets on him, or things that boost his survivability a bit more, like Immortal for example. And you can even consider a shield set if you have given him a lot of HP, so he can give your team a large shield. Because as we noticed, his base HP is also pretty good. Now for his masteries. I actually went for a build that has a little bit of damage in it as well, because his survivability is already at a pretty high level for me. And that's why I went down the offense tree, so we can end up at Giant Slayer. And this is because he has a 3-hitter on the A1. And we use the support tree to boost his life a little bit and make his heals even more potent than they already are. But as always, if you are building an apothecary for yourself, always take a critical look at all the masteries that you are going to give this guy, because maybe you are going to use him in a different way than I am. And if that's the case, then it could be that other masteries are a lot better for you. So always take a close look at what masteries you are giving your champions before just blindly copying any masteries from anyone online. Now to take a look at where Apothecary would be useful, and to be honest, there's not a lot of areas in this game where he is not useful. In campaign, for example, he can be pretty good. He provides you with a speed boost and with heals, so even on Nightmare campaign he can be a part of your team. And then taking a look at the dungeons, there's not a single dungeon where you can't get some use out of this guy. But the dungeon where he truly shines the most is the Fire Knight. Because in Fire Knight, the A1 with the triple hit on it is very, very valuable when taking down the shield of the Fire Knight. So this is a really, really great fit for Apothecary. And I will show you a run with him in the team. Okay, so we're gonna try to make the team not too overpowered. So I've put in a couple of other champions than I would normally use. I would normally run a Seer to get through the waves very, very quickly. But in this case, I want to give Apothecary a chance to show his worth during the waves as well. So let's see if this is going to work out. Wave is nicely controlled by Sill of the Drakes. And even though we have 3 champions that are the wrong affinity, I think we are going to make it just fine. Second wave is being controlled nicely as well, very good. And as we've seen a couple of times already, Apothecary's Relentless set is proccing every now and again, making him cycle through his abilities a little bit faster, making him able to heal more and provide more speed boosts. So this is very, very good. There's an extra turn again, very nice. Okay, here we go, on to the boss. And now you will see where his A1 comes in handy. And of course he's going to start with his A3. Okay, but here we go. And there goes the turn meter. Very nice. And now Allure and Cold Heart will be able to keep the turn meter down, no problem for sure. So it will take a while because we do not have a lot of damage in the team, except for Cold Heart. But this will be a very comfortable run now. Okay, so not a speed record at all, of course. But comfortably running the Fire Knight in under 5 minutes. That's pretty decent with this team, I think. And as you can see, he's not really in this team for his heals, but he's mostly in here for his speed boost and also for the triple hit on his A1, helping to take down the shield of the Fire Knight a little bit faster. And in Dragon 20 you can also use him very well. I've put him down as the Aura lead again, and I've tried to create a team that's again not too overpowered, but I am very confident that we can take down the Dragon 20 with this team easily. So here we go. So Apothecary is providing a very nice speed boost yet again. And so far the team has not received any damage yet, so didn't really have any use for his healing. But when we get to the dragon, that might change. But for now it's going really comfortably. So we have an opposing Apothecary now as well, who provided the team with a speed boost. Which is already pretty annoying. Still don't think we're gonna get into much trouble. And if anyone drops, then we still have Syl to pick them back up again. Okay, here we go. On to the dragon. There comes the speed boost. Very nice. And now it will come down to the poisons of Frozen Banshee and Kael to get him down. But Apothecary will keep providing his speed boost and heals where necessary. So, and there it procced again, the Relentless set, making him able to both heal and provide a speed boost in the same turn, so that was great. The debuff bar is already filled, so the dragon's going to take a load of damage from the poison again. So there we go. That's one dead dragon. And again, not any speed record, but 4 minutes, and it was a really stable run. Absolutely a place where you can use Apothecary very well. Regrettably today the High Elves faction crypt is not open, so I can't show you him in there. But he is absolutely a very useful champion in there as well. I still use him on the team that clears stage 21 for me every time. So very useful, absolutely. You can even use him in arena, but what you will need there is a speed aura lead. So someone that has an aura which gives you a speed boost in arena. And then you will need to make Apothecary your fastest champion. So he will be the first to go. And if you have it built like that, then he will provide your team with a speed boost. Also boost their turn meters. Then you can go into your increase attack champion, followed by your decrease defense champion. And after that you need to go into your nuke. You can also, of course, combine certain roles in one champion, making it easier to have a secondary nuker or perhaps even a control champion that can go at the end. But if you have all those roles filled, then you have a good chance of actually winning in the arena. And even though I can't really show you him in Clan Boss, because I do not have him tuned for that and I do not have a team built around him, he can actually provide you with a lot of value there as well. Lastly, we'll take a look at him in action in the Doom Tower. We're going to go into a random wave, which is 119 today. And I've slotted him in my standard team, just slotting out Archmage Helmet, which provides the team with a similar speed boost as Apothecary, but who also provides a little bit of control, while Apothecary provides a little bit of healing. But I see no reason why this shouldn't work as well. So, here we go. Of course, a champion like Seer will make short work of any wave in this game. But this is more to show that Apothecary can hold his own even in a team that's of a lot higher power than the teams that I've shown you before in the dungeons. He's just never a bad fit. He will never feel out of place, even in a team like this. So as you can see, going very smoothly, which is of course because of Seer doing loads and loads of damage, but the rest of the team also provides a lot of value with the stuns of Syl and the decreased defense by Deacon and the turn meter control. It's just a very strong team for Doom Tower waves. And that's that. Another victory. So if there's one thing that you can take away from this video, it's that Apothecary, even though he is a rare, is usable even later in the game because of his incredible kit. He's just very useful with his speed boost combined with his heals. And it's very hard to replace him. And that's also why I really want to pull this guy on my free-to-play account, of course, because there's just no alternative for him until you are a little bit further along in the game. Or you just need to be very lucky with your shard pulls and get one of the epic or legendary support champions that can fill his role as well. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the video for more Raid Shadow Legends videos. I wish you guys a very good day and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!